Gentlemen, listen closely, because what I'm about to say will change how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, and how women, especially younger women, see you. It's not about having a perfect body. It's not about a fancy car or a full head of hair. What truly makes young women drawn to older men is something deeper, something far more magnetic. It's the quiet power of presence, confidence, and control that only time, experience, and emotional maturity can build. When a man reaches a certain age, his energy changes. He's no longer chasing attention. He commands it. He doesn't need to compete with younger guys. He's learned that power doesn't come from noise. It comes from stillness. And that, gentlemen, is what young women can't resist. You see, a young man walks into a room hoping to be noticed. An older man walks in and is noticed because his energy fills the space long before he speaks. It's not arrogance, it's assurance. He's seen enough, done enough, and survived enough to know who he is. That calm certainty is what sets you apart. A younger woman feels it immediately. She may not even understand why, but she feels drawn to that grounded energy. The kind that says, I've been through storms and I don't fear the rain anymore. That's the first secret, your calm confidence. It's not about talking more, it's about talking less, but meaning every word. When you speak, speak with purpose. When you listen, really listen. Women notice that. In a world of men trying to impress, the one who listens becomes unforgettable. Now, let's talk about something that separates older men from everyone else: emotional depth. You've lived long enough to know that attraction isn't just about looks or lust. It's about energy, connection, curiosity, and conversation. You understand that a woman isn't conquered, she's understood. A young woman finds that magnetic because most men her age are too busy trying to show off instead of slowing down to feel. You, on the other hand, know that real intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom, it starts in the mind. It starts in how you make her feel seen, safe, and stimulated. You can look at her and make her feel that the world stopped spinning for a second. And you don't do that by being loud or flashy, you do it by being present. That's something age teaches you. Presence. The art of stillness. Here's the truth that few talk about. Younger women are not just attracted to age. They're attracted to wisdom mixed with restraint. You don't chase, you attract. You don't rush, you savor. You don't need validation, you offer it. That difference is magnetic. There's something irresistible about a man who knows what he wants, but doesn't need to beg for it. He leads without controlling, he teaches without preaching, and he makes a woman feel both free and fascinated in his company. And you know what's most beautiful about it? It's earned. This energy can't be faked. You can't pretend to have lived, loved, lost, and learned. You can't mimic the calmness that comes from walking through life's fires and still choosing to love. That's why I say your experience is your greatest aphrodisiac. Your maturity is your power. When you stop seeing your age as a disadvantage and start owning it as your edge, everything changes. You don't need to try to look 20 again. You don't need to compete with young men's energy. You just need to embrace your depth. Because the truth is, young women crave depth. They crave a man who doesn't panic when silence fills the room. They crave a man who can touch their soul with words before he ever touches their body. They crave a man who sees beyond makeup, filters, and trends. Someone who looks at them and sees who they could become. And that's what older men bring to the table. The vision, the stability, the patience, and the subtle confidence that says, I know where I'm going, and you're safe walking beside me. And now, let's talk about energy, because attraction isn't just physical, it's emotional electricity. When you walk with confidence, keep your posture open, and carry calm strength in your voice, women feel that. It radiates. They pick up on it instantly. Younger women are often drawn to men who exude effortless power, not loud dominance, but quiet certainty. The kind that says, I don't need to prove I'm a man. I am one. That's the type of energy that draws them closer. Not because you chase them, but because you pull them in, like gravity. Another thing young women can't resist, a sense of mystery. Don't overshare your life story all at once. Let them discover you slowly. Each moment, each conversation should feel like peeling back a new layer of your soul. That mystery keeps the spark alive. It turns curiosity into fascination. But mystery without sincerity is manipulation. So pair your mystery with authenticity. When you say something, mean it. When you compliment her, make it real. Women can feel fake energy immediately. Authenticity is rare, and rarity creates value. You don't need to be perfect. In fact, your imperfections make you more attractive. The small lines on your face, the little scars, they're stories written in skin. They show that you've lived, that you've felt. And a young woman, whether she admits it or not, finds that deeply attractive because she's drawn to the story behind the man, not just the man himself. Remember, the sexiest thing about you isn't your looks. It's your self-control. It's how you carry yourself when you could lose your cool, but choose not to. It's how you maintain composure under pressure. It's how you treat her with respect while still keeping that glimmer of masculine tension alive. That combination, respect and restraint, is rare, and rare is irresistible. So, how do you embody this every day? You start by investing in yourself. Work on your health, your style, your body language, your purpose. Not to impress anyone, but to reflect self-respect. When you respect yourself, everything about you changes. The way you talk, the way you move, the way you look at people, it all communicates value. Younger women can sense when a man has standards for himself, and that's when admiration begins. Because a man who has mastered himself doesn't need to chase admiration. It naturally comes to him. Here's another truth. Don't compete with youth, compliment it. When a young woman is drawn to you, she's not looking for you to be all one of them. She's drawn to what you represent: stability, calmness, depth, wisdom, and emotional security. So give her that. Be the man who knows when to speak, when to smile, and when to let silence do the talking. You don't need to rush to impress her, because real attraction grows in patience, not pressure. Your calmness gives her permission to be feminine. Your leadership gives her safety. Your curiosity gives her excitement. And that's the formula, gentlemen, not manipulation, not games, just pure masculine presence. You don't have to say, I'm confident. You simply walk like it. You don't have to say, I'm experienced. She'll feel it in your patience. You don't have to say, I understand women. She'll know it in how you make her feel seen. That's the power of age done right. So the next time you look in the mirror, don't see wrinkles, see wisdom. Don't see gray hairs, see grace. Don't see time lost, see lessons earned. Because every year that's passed has sharpened you, refined you, made you more magnetic than you realize. And when you learn to own that, when you learn to carry yourself like the storm that doesn't chase clouds but commands the sky, that's when young women won't just notice you, they'll feel you. They'll feel your composure, your confidence, your clarity. They'll feel that you're not trying to prove anything. You already are everything they secretly crave. So, gentlemen, the next time you walk into a room, remember, you're not there to impress, you're there to express. You're not chasing youth, you're embodying power. And when you do that authentically, calmly, and confidently, that's when young women can't resist you. Call to action. If this message hit home, don't just nod, embody it. Work on your mind, your health, your focus, your calm. Because confidence doesn't come from what you say, it comes from who you become. Be that man, the one who doesn't chase validation because he is the validation. The one who doesn't need to prove his worth because he lives it. That's what makes young women and everyone else drawn to your presence, not your age, not your looks, your energy.